Happy Tuesday? Wednesday. What day is it? I'm just having some peppermint tea, a Twinings peppermint tea. This is a cute little gourd mug that I got at Home Goods, and it's so freaking adorable. I put on my Haley sweater set from Free People. I've had this for about, I want to say this will be the 3rd season that I have it now. I really love it. I think the quality is so good. I would definitely purchase it again. I have it in 2 colors. I have a gray and then I also have a green one. It is a little bit short on the legs, but for me it's the perfect length. Obviously I'm more petite, so take that into consideration if you are considering buying it. And I think also it probably shrank a little bit too in the wash, but like I said, it kind of worked out for me. So Wolfie's taking his nap. Once he wakes up, I'm gonna take the kids to the trail so that we can go outside, get a little sunshine, and get some exercise in. Okay, so we're here at the park. We kind of came at like a weird time. There were a ton of people here when we first got here. And then like maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes in, everybody left. We kind of just came at a time when like it's everyone's lunchtime, so they probably went home. So we're just kind of having lunch right now on the bench. Made myself a sandwich, made Ellie a sandwich. But yeah, it's a really nice day out, and completed my 20 minutes outside.
Mom, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about how we're at the park. I did have to change my shirt because Wolfie spit up on it, and then also it was already getting like really warm out. I'm wearing my Maganda Mama t-shirt. This is from Panay Mama Shop, which is my shop. Okay, so we're back. We were out at the park for like 2 hours, which was great. Made my goal of getting outside for at least 20 minutes a day. So that is good. I also did my skincare this morning, so that's also off my list. Technically, I didn't do my morning pages, and already it's past morning, so I guess it wouldn't count, but I still want to put in a journal entry in today if I can. I did want to show the book that I picked up from the library. This is Homicide in Hollow Hollow. This is book 2 in Tita Rosie's Kitchen Mystery series. I've read the first book, Arsenic and Adobo, earlier this year. She runs a Filipino restaurant with her aunt, or well, it's her aunt's restaurant, but she runs it with her. And there was a customer who suddenly died at the restaurant after eating something, and obviously it's very suspicious because the detective thinks that it is their fault. She's basically trying to sleuth her way into innocence. So it was a really fun book. I really enjoyed it, and it was really funny, and like I liked all of the characters. It was really super diverse. Obviously it's a Filipino cast, but then there's also, I think her best friend is like Pakistani. I think one of the love interests is also Korean American. So there's a lot of like diverse characters. It's just a really fun mystery series. I quickly learned that I'm a big mystery girl. So yeah, I'm excited to dive into this. Although last night I did not finish Twilight Falls, so I'm gonna work on that right now. I'm gonna try and get a little bit of reading done since it is quiet time. Since we spent so much time outside, it was the perfect transition right into quiet time. So hopefully Ellie takes a nap and I'll be able to get a couple hours of reading done. And then, yeah, hopefully I'll be able to start this guy tomorrow. at that time, I think it was just like the most petty thing to be upset about. But she was just like, don't say that. Just like, calm down. Yeah. So in Twilight Falls, we're following Stasia von Beaverpelt, who's a beaver. She's in a relationship with a beaver named Jonah Atwater, and unfortunately, Jonah's father does not approve. Well, Stasia's mother doesn't approve either. Her mother doesn't approve because she thinks that Jonah is like lower class, and Jonah's father doesn't approve because he believes that otters should marry otters and beavers should marry beavers. There's a place that is just down the river from Shady Hollow that's called Twilight Falls, named after a waterfall, a very big, grand waterfall. I think I showed the photo. So, right there, that is Twilight Falls. So, residents from Shady Hollow are up here, and they'll take the ferry all the way over here to the dock, and then they'll walk over to Twilight Falls. And so one afternoon, Vera and her boyfriend, Orville, who is a bear, they went to Twilight Falls much like a lot of other people in the town because it was a nice day. It was kind of like, I think it's supposed to be like the last day of spring, maybe? I can't remember. But anyways, she and her boyfriend went to Twilight Falls like the rest of the town, and she saw that Stasia and Jonah were also there. And on the ferry, or just before they got on the ferry, she overheard a conversation or like an argument that Jonah and Stasia were having with Jonah's father, whose name is, what is his name? Shelby. His name is Shelby. So Shelby Atwater. She overhears a conversation or like slash argument between Stasia, Jonah, and then Jonah's father, Shelby. And she kind of doesn't think anything of it. She's kind of just like, okay, like I don't want to mind, I need to like mind my own business. And so she kind of just goes about her day, enjoys her time with her boyfriend. And then just when they're about to leave, they notice that there's like a commotion going on, and people are looking up at the top of the cliff where the falls just like start. And there's two figures that are at the top of the falls. One of them is Shelby, and then the other person, it's kind of like unknown. They can't really tell who it is because of how far up it is from the glare of like the sun, and then also there's just like a lot of mist coming off of the waterfall. And so Vera asks one of the birds that's like around to like go and check out if they can see who the person is. And just when that bird is going up to check it out, Shelby falls down Twilight Falls. Everyone's shocked. It's like super traumatic for everyone, especially because there's like kids there as well. Everyone's looking at the base of the waterfall to find him, as well as like down the river, and nobody can find him. Orville, her boyfriend, is actually the chief of police. And so, of course, right when the incident happens, he's like trying to calm down all of the citizens, and he's telling everyone like, okay, like everyone's gonna need to be questioned to see if they saw anything, or if they know anything about like, you know, what had happened, or if they could tell like who the other person was, because they are believing that Shelby was pushed down the falls by the other person. And so, of course, Jonah's there. He's devastated that his father died, and he just like is super distraught about it. Stasia is there too, and she is just like consoling him. So soon after Shelby falls, there is a letter, like a telegram basically. There's a telegram that comes to the police office. The telegram says that the murderer is Stasia von Beaverpelt. So there is already a lead of who it is, but Vera is kind of like skeptical. She thinks it's just like a little bit too easy to say that it's like this person. But then there's all of these other clues that are pointing towards her, but she believes that they're being like planted. And now I have a hunch. This is my hunch. We'll talk about this if I'm correct. But I have a hunch that the dad is alive, and he is framing the girlfriend for his own death. And everyone around town has been saying that they've been seeing like a ghost and like a shadowed figure, but that they just like disappear really quickly. And I believe that shadowed figure is Shelby, who's just trying to like hide himself within the town. That's my hunch. I think I'm right. So we'll see.